Nature created man and woman as equals. Study the pictures below and note down the differences. In the first picture, you can see the boy going to school and the girl working in the field. In the second picture, you see both boy and girl both are going to the school. So here they are equal. Equal opportunities are given to the boy as well as to the girl. Here the girl has been deprived of education. The boy is being sent to the school and the girl is being deprived of education. The woman to the left, she has to bring water from the river or maybe well which is away from her house. She has to take care of a child. So she has to carry the pots as well as the child and carry all the load from the place of water source to her home. Here the woman, she is a teacher. Here the children, they are studying equally in the school. The boy and the girl, they are equals. B. Now write what you observe in the following two pictures. In the picture to the left, we see that the man is working along with the woman. Both are working in the kitchen. So they are sharing the workload at home equally. Below them, the boy is washing the fruits and the girl is cutting some vegetables. So both are sharing their responsibilities. So here in this picture shows that they are all equal. To the right, we see that there are two men and three women. They are discussing some important topic. That means they are equals. Which pictures reflect gender equality? Write their numbers. The picture to the right, both the boy and the girl are going to the school. This reflects gender equality. Gender means whether it is a boy or a girl. So boy and girl are equal in and they are getting equal opportunities in getting educated. The pictures in B reflect gender equality. All the two pictures in B reflect gender equality. Men and women inequality, endowed with the same dignity. Why can't women too rule this world? Careers have no gender. Nature created man and woman as equals. The house and its surroundings are a sight of peace in the early morning of April. It nestles by the side of a small stream of crystal clear water. The stream tumbles down the green mountains only 2 miles or so away. There is a stretch of hundreds of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flowers. Between the mountain range and the house, a garden is in front of the house. Trees of many kinds bearing flowers of various hues and fruits grow on all sides of the house. The courtyard smells of jasmine, which blooms in bunches of white pearls. The fragrance mingles with the thin smoke that rises from sweet smelling incense sticks. The burning incense sticks are glowing at the altar of God in the middle of the courtyard. Ashangbi is in her reading room and is busy writing an article. She is a middle aged mother of three children and a journalist and women's rights activist. Lantoi, her youngest daughter, enters the room. She is an intelligent girl. Today she looks thoughtful and she takes a seat by her mother's side. At the sight of a child, Ashangbi lovingly asks, "Have you finished your study, my dear?" "Yes, mother, I finished it last night. Today being Sunday, I want to do something interesting." Lantoi says and waits for her mother's response. "Tell me what you want to do." Ashangbi asks her, quite amused. "Mother, tomorrow I am going to represent the Siroi Lily House as a speaker in a symposium at our school. The topic is God created men and women as equals. Will you spare some time to have a discussion with me?" Lantoi presses on her mother. Lantoi has just had a discussion with her father on the topic. Tomba, her father, is a husband supportive of the activities of his wife and a loving father. He is a lawyer and a social worker who advocates the cause of women. He is always proud of his wife, the two daughters, and the son. In times of need, he extends his helping hand to his wife and children and to the society at large. He does not discriminate between a man's work and a woman's work anywhere. He shares equally with his wife in doing the household chores like cleaning, washing, cooking, and feeding the children. Had he not shared in these activities in the way he does, his wife would not have been a successful professional. He wholeheartedly believes in equality irrespective of class, religion, and gender. In his discussion with his daughter, he laments over the great injustice done on women in the society, telling her, "My dear child, the world is still full of inequalities. We have to find a way to bring equality between men and women." Her father's words are still ringing in the ears of Lantoi, and she tells her mother of what her father has told her. Appreciative of her husband for his views, Ashangbi says, "Your father is right. In no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men. It is because of your father that I feel no difference in equality at home." But outside our home, I have seen that women have been subjugated in many ways. It is against the will of God. God has sent men and women to our earth to share the joys and sorrows of life equally, to share His blessings and to enjoy the bounty of nature equally. This is what your topic means. Ashangbi knows well that men and women are equal. Women, who are half of the human race, are as important as men. She writes and talks about such topics. Her daughter, though a child, also understands well that her mother is not a person of lesser quality than her father. She says, "Our home is full of love with you, mother." The mother beams with joy at the words of her daughter. As a matter of fact, mother is the fountain of love in the family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. It is because of this that motherhood has been glorified and women accept the challenges in life to become a mother. Showing deep affection, Ashangbi continues, pioneer women testify to the equality of women with men. Actually, life is not possible without both women and men. Lanthoi has been fascinated by the stories of pioneer women. Her grandmother had narrated many stories of the brave queens like Linthoin Gammi and Kurunganayani, who were as brave as kings. There were also many brave women among the common people. These women, as her grandmother narrated, were makers of home, family, society, and the nation. They were civilizing influences. At the same time, they were also adventurers who claimed their shares in free land, plowed and raised crops with their own hands, and drove cattle. Modern women have become mountaineers, naturalists, astronauts, scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. This proves that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men were created as equals. Then she asks her mother further, "Mother, you have thrown light on the equality of men and women, and also have emphasized that the world is still an unequal world. Then what I would like to know is if there are moral, social, and legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential and to set themselves free from suppression." Amazed at the curiosity of her daughter, Ashangbi adds, "There are many under the ages of the Under the ages of United Nations, there is a declaration for a new world of equality. It has the following dimensions, the 4 points. First, A. equal access to basic social services, including health and education. B. Equal participation in political and economic decision making. C. Equal reward for equal work. And D. Elimination of discrimination and violence against women. Then the mother concluded, "My dear daughter, we can confirm along with the United Nations that men and women are equals." Lanthui understands what her mother means and what the topic of the symposium means. Thus, confident of success, the next day, after thanking her mother, the girl of 12 happily rushes out of the room in the bright morning sun. The blue sky meets the range of eastern mountains. The small girl is always fascinated by the small trail which winds up the distant purple mountain. Nestles is close to. It nestles. It means the house. The house nestles by the side of a small stream of crystal clear water. Rolling, extending in long, gentle slopes. There is a stretch of hundreds of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flowers between the mountain range and the house. There is a stretch of hundreds of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flowers between the mountain range and the house. Fragrance, pleasant smell. The fragrance of jasmine mingles with the thin smoke that rises from the sweet smelling incense sticks. Make a list of the beautiful natural surroundings of the house. So let us find out what are the beautiful things. A small stream of crystal clear water, green mountains, hundreds of acres of fertile land, yellow mustard flowers, the mountain range, a garden, trees of many kinds bearing flowers of various hues and fruits, jasmine, the fragrance, the incense sticks burning at the temple. The altar of God means the temple. What help did Lanthui need from her mother? Lanthui wanted her mother to spare some time to have a discussions with her. And the topic was God created men and women as equals. Symposium, a meeting at which experts have discussions on a particular subject. Tomorrow I am going to represent the Siroi Lily House as a speaker in a symposium at our school. presses on, persuades someone to do something. Lanthui presses on her mother to have a discussions with her. What did Lanthui's father work as? He was a lawyer and a social worker who advocated the cause of women. Discriminate, treat one person or group better or worse than another in an unfair way. In what way did Tomba contribute towards Ashangbi's success? In time of needs, he extends his helping hand to his wife and children. He shares equally with his wife in doing the household chores like cleaning, washing, cooking, and feeding the children. Gender, fact of being male or female. How to know whether a male or a female, a boy or a girl. Laments, expresses grief and sorrow. How did mother explain Lanthui's topic for her speech at school? Ashangbi said that in no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men. Women have been subjugated in many ways. It is against the will of God. God has sent men and women to our earth to share the joys and sorrows of life equally, to share His blessings and to enjoy the beauty of nature equally. Subjugated, controlled, and dominated over. Outside our home, I have seen that women have been subjugated in many ways. How is the role of a mother honored and praised? Mother is the Mother is the fountain of love in a family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. It is because of this that motherhood has been glorified and women accept the challenges in life to become a mother. Glorified, praised. Pioneer, a person who is among the first to take up the cause, especially in a new region. Pioneer women testify to the equality of women with men. Testify, provide proof or evidence. Civilizing, educating. What are the achievements of modern women? Modern women have become mountaineers, naturalists, astronauts, scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. This proves that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men were created as equals. Throw light on, to give information or explanation. Mother, you have thrown light on the equality of men and women. Legal, related to law. Potential, the qualities that exist and are still to be developed and can be developed. Under the ages, with the protection or support of a particular organization or person. Dimensions, aspects, elimination, getting rid of. What social justice does the aegis of the United Nations guarantee? Under the aegis of United Nations, these are the declarations: equal access to basic social services including health and education, equal participation in political and economic decision making, equal reward for equal work, and elimination of discrimination and violence against women. What vision meets her eye when Lanthoi rushes outdoors? The vision that the little girl has is she can affirm along with the United Nations that men and women are equals. Find from the find from the lesson words or phrases that mean the following: colors, hues. A person who writes, journalist. Make a difference between discriminate, cry over, lament. Explain in detail, throw light on. Abilities and qualities, potential. A person who brings about a social or political change, pioneer.